disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield on that play.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 20.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Ryan. And this one is incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down, Falcons.
Now Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
48-yard line.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan throwing right, and that's complete. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. It's Calvin Ridley on the receiving end from Matt Ryan. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Oh, boy. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and
they hand off to their big tight end. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
6-yard line.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's good.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chewo-Latalua in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Sterling.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is Tony Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
And now here come the Cowboys. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. Let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Bell, 71 yards. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further.
For the point after.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Oh, boy.
A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chewo Lalua, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. Ryan. Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The 4-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Now Pollard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's the end of
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Zerline to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Ryan. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 10 yards.
On 3rd down, Ryan. throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty... I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Back to the air. Ryan after the pick six. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford, shooting in to make the play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, Ryan, and that will be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
The Falcons offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard, realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal, and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The left side completion to Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Down. And 10 yards to go.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he'll wind up netting positive yardage out of this as he's able to get it up near the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Oh, boy.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can